Okay, we are reading more words of Lehi. This time he's reading to his youngest son, and this is Joseph. So we're in chapter 3, 2 Nephi chapter 3, and here's the summary. Joseph in Egypt saw the Nephites in vision. He prophesied of Joseph Smith, the latter-day seer. Did you know that? Isn't that incredible that Joseph of Egypt knew about Joseph Smith? I think it's very cool. So he prophesied of him, of Moses, who would deliver Israel, and of the coming forth of the Book of Mormon. And now, I speak unto you, Joseph, my last born. Thou wast born in the wilderness of mine afflictions. Yea, in the days of my greatest sorrow did thy mother bear thee. And may the Lord consecrate also unto thee this land, which is a most precious land for thine inheritance, and the inheritance of thy seed with thy brethren, for thy security forever, if it so be that ye shall keep the commandments of the Holy One of Israel. We know that's Jesus Christ. And now, Joseph, my last born, whom I have brought out of the wilderness of mine afflictions, may the Lord bless thee forever. For thy seed shall not be utterly destroyed. For behold, thou art the fruit of my loins, and I am a descendant of Joseph, who was carried captive into Egypt. How did he know? How did Lehi know he was a descendant of Joseph? He knew this because he had the brass plates. Remember how Nephi and his brethren were sent back to get the brass plates from Laban? Not an easy task, but they did it. Nephi trusted in the Lord and finally was able to get the brass plates and bring them back, and Lehi read them. And when he read them, he found that it contained the genealogy of his forefathers and that he was a descendant of Jacob, also known as Israel. We know that Israel had 12 sons. One of them was Joseph, and he's a descendant of Joseph. So, I'm just going to read to you where we already read this not very long ago. It was in 1 Nephi chapter 5, verse 14. We read just a teeny bit about this. We read, and it came to pass, I didn't actually read it to you, if you're English speaking only, I read it in Thai, but and it came to pass that my father Lehi also found upon the plates of brass a genealogy of his fathers. Wherefore he knew that he was a descendant of Joseph. Yea, even that Joseph who was the son of Jacob. Interesting, isn't it, that now he's got these two last boys. He names the first one Jacob and the next one Joseph. The ones that were born after he received the brass plates. Okay, but we're talking about them. He knew that he was a descendant of Joseph, yea, even that Joseph who was the son of Jacob, who was sold into Egypt and who was preserved by the hand of the Lord, that he might preserve his father, Jacob, and all his household from perishing with famine. So hopefully you kind of know a little bit of the story of what happened, but I'm just going to show you these pictures because it's kind of nice, I think, to see a little bit of something visual about who we're talking about.